Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, going to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and salutation to all the argument that's wishing the truth on Raw. We can let you to third come astrology, brother Kananah, from the GMS Miami camp with another. Going into, I'm going to title it, Everything Leads to the Chip. This is a precursor for the chip. Hey, the Most High may have it where that they use this as graduation to get the people into a cashless society, acclimated to it. All right, so when they do dollar crash, these people are already used to it. So this is BBC News, and this happened a couple of days ago. U.S. passes first major national crypto legislation. Lawmakers in the U.S. have passed the country's first major national cryptocurrency legislation. All right, and listen, that's why we say that it don't matter who's in charge. They're all doing the will of the Heavenly Father. All right, they're all doing, they're all spearheaded for the NWO to try to get their new world order. All right, because you remember Biden said that, when he was in office, he said that we're supposed to be the ones that are the head of pushing the new world order. All right, and seeing that Trump, there's national crypto legislation. That's major. There's nothing small. And you, as pseudo Israelites that keep playing, saying that the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast, you're gonna have to answer to the Most High very soon, because you guys are still tippy-toeing where the Heavenly Father is making it plain upon tables in your face, where you is undeniable. All right, so lawmakers in the U.S. have passed, and I'm reading a little bit of it, and let's go to Revelation 13 and break down the scriptures, and also Revelation 14 of those that receive the mark. So lawmakers in the U.S. have passed the country's first major national cryptocurrency legislation. Is a major milestone for once fridge industry, all right, which has been lobbying Congress over regulations for years, poured millions into last year's election backing candidates including Donald Trump. So y'all want to act like Donald Trump is against the globalists, or Donald Trump is against the 1% or the shadow government, but he's in line with them. All right, he's in line with them. He's for the 1948ers, those Jewish people. All right, that you so-called MAGAs are against. So the one that's pushing this, this head of the MAGA, he submitted and bowed his knee unto them. The bill is set up to regulate regime for so-called stable coins, a kind of cryptocurrency backed by assets seen as reliable, such as the dollar. All right, so why would they want something such as the dollar? Is that an indicator that the dollar is going to crash? They need something else to replace the dollar. So the strong dollar is not going to be something that we use, or it's going to be something of ancient or old. All right, so reliable such as the dollar. So something reliable as the dollar. Trump expected to sign the legislation into law on Friday after the House passed the bill on Thursday, joining the Senate, which approved the measure last month. Known as the Genius Act, that's what it's called, the Genius Act, a bill, one of three pieces of the cryptocurrency legislation advancing in Washington that backed up Trump. The president once derided crypto as a scam, but see, he directed it as a scam, but now he's with it. All right, he's with it. And I had a co-worker at work. No, this is a pyramid scheme. They just want everybody to get on there, but you don't understand what's going on. See, Jake is not into economics. Jake just think he want to sound smart and think he's smart and think he knows everything. But this is a slap to your face to you MAGA niggas. This nigga derided crypto as a scam, but hey, who has he elected? This nigga Elon Musk, right? But his opinion shifted as he wound back from the sector and got involved in the industry as a businessman with ties to firms such as World Liberty Financial. All right. So Trump is with the NWO. He's not gonna make America great again. He's gonna try to make Amalek great again. All right. Supporters of legislation say it is aimed at providing clear rules of growing industry, ensuring the U.S. keeps. Why? To keep what? Dominion in a sense, right? The advances in payment systems crypto industry has been pushing for such measures in hopes it could spur more people to use digital currency and bring more into the mainstream, and that's what they're gonna do. All right, they're gonna push this more and more. They're gonna bribe, probably, bribe you if you come into this. They give you an extra 1,000 coins or whatever. They're gonna use to entice the people in the beginning. All right, to get them on board, but eventually, when the RFID chip is made, it's gonna be made mandatory. It's gonna be a life or death situation. The provisions include requiring stable coins and alternate cryptocurrency to like a Bitcoin to be backed one for one with US dollars or other low risk assets. Stable coins are used by traders to move funds between different crypto tokens. All right. The use of these coins, which are viewed as less volatile, has grown rapidly in recent years. From Bitcoin, XRP, XRP is a major one. Key cryptocurrency terms, what they mean. Critics argue the bill will introduce new risks into the financial system by legitimizing stable coins without erecting sufficient protection for consumers. All right. For example, they said it would deepen tech firms' participations in the bank-like activities while subjecting Slovakia them to similar oversights, leave customers having convoluted bankruptcy process in the event of stablecoin firm shall fail. All right. And these are gonna all fall, eventually. All right, these stable coins, they're all gonna fall. All right, and they're gonna come with, eventually the chip. All right, they're just gonna get everybody accommodated with or used to it. All right. And, they had also tried to rally opposition to the bill by arguing and voting in favor was effectively condoning Trump business activities, including his family promotion of their own crypto coins. But it nevertheless drew significant support from the Democrats, about half of which supported the bill, as well as the majority of Republicans. This is a part of this is a step into the NWO. All right, this is what it is. So they all with it. Or even though they might say, "Oh no, we can't," this and that, they're fighting. At the end of the day, they're all with it. If you with the NWO, you all with it. Some members may believe passage of this bill, even with flaws, is better than the status quo. We believe that the fundamental is misunderstanding of the risks consumers and advocacy groups wrote in a letter to Congress this spring. They warned that passage will allow proliferation of assets that consumers will wrongly perceive as safe. All right, analysts had expected Congress to pass all three bills earlier this week, but unexpected hiccups led to delays. The two other bills passed the House are headed to Senate, where Republicans hold a narrow majority. Those bills will prevent the U.S. Central Bank from establishing digital currency and set up a regular framework for other forms of crypto. We'll see. Because it's saying it's regulating them. But we'll see. Everything that they always anti, they end up doing it. All right, so we'll see. And they come with a digital dollar. All right, and that's it. You'll go straight to, the scriptures. This is just a precursor. This is just, the Lord dealt with gradualism as well. To get the people, ready, and also the prophets, the people that men of the Lord, hey, we're this closer to, the chip. So, prepare yourself. So, let's go to Revelations, because as Israelites are the sons of God. Yahshua is the Prince of Power. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans who make up the Israelites. You speckled birds, whose lineages go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're commanded not to receive this mark. And the mark there in Revelation, in in the Greek. All right, it's charagma. Let's get it. Revelations in the transit, so bear with me, Slocky. We're gonna go straight to the point. Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls us all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free or bond, to receive a mark, the charagma, an incision. All right, there's gonna be a little chip the size of a mustard, the size of a grain of rice, implemented in your body, your right hand, your forehead. You got people that scowl, how about if I get in my left hand anywhere? Because we're commanded not to put any marks in our body and put anything, incision, anything in our body. And we'll get that also in the law for you law Israelites only, sort of Israelite camps. So he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it don't matter what status you are. Everybody, that's why they call it hour of temptation. To receive and mark the charagma in the right hand on their foreheads. And no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right, so he's going to cause a problem, and you know that problem is going to have a reaction, and after the reaction, all right, there's going to be a solution. Cause a problem, there's going to be an effect from the problem, and he's going to have a resolution, and that's going to be the chip. And you want everything to go down, bro? All right, you want to be able to eat, you want to be able to be safe. Take this chip. That's why you're not gonna be able to buy or sell or function in this man's society if you don't have the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The universal protocol that's on these items that you scan, like the barcode. All right, that's his number. That's the number. This number of the 66. That is the number of a man, or the leaks, or the Bacon families, the heads of Esau, Edom. All right, that's the mark that they're pushing. Even though it is the mark of Yahweh Shema Shai, but he's using the left hand as example. He uses the left hand to bring judgment. All right, upon the people. That's why David said, "Protect me, from the wicked that is your sword." So the Lord uses the wicked to bring judgment. All right. So let's get the judgment. No, before we go to get the judgment, let's go to Leviticus. What it is? 21 and 28, I believe, or is it 19 and 28? Bear with me. I think it's Leviticus 19 and 28. Yeah, Leviticus 19:28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, that's tattoos, nor print any marks. That mark is I believe as an incision as well. Upon you, I am the Lord. So it's commanded for us not to do this as Israelites, and that's why I said through the terror of the Most High we persuade men. So we have to show you, if you do receive, or you receive the mark, here with the judgment of receiving the mark of the beast. So Revelations 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark or in his forehead or in his hand, so this is the judgment of him that worship the beast and receive his mark. All right, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, all right, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstones in the presence of the holy angels in the presence of the Lamb. All right, so that wrath, that wrath that is speaking is intercontinental missiles, and it concentrate from the mouth of the chariots. All right, you're gonna bathe in that nuclear fire, and the smoke of their torments ascended up forever and ever. And they that have no rest day or night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So it's judgment, death and destruction by fire. All right, so